Hey, Mr. Willis here, and I'm going to show you how to adjust your notifications that you get in Google Classroom. This is really useful if you feel like you're getting a ton of emails flooding your inbox. Here's a way to control all that. So, first of all, when you get to Google Classroom here, we are going to go to these three lines up in the very top left corner, and that's going to bring up kind of our side menu here. And then we want to go down to the bottom and find Settings. It looks like a gear, kind of like that. Once you are on the settings page, you'll see there's a thing about your profile picture up top, and then down below that we have all of the notification settings. So this first one that says email, this would shut all notifications off. So you see how when I click that, like everything else just disappeared. So that means don't send me any emails from Classroom ever. Be careful about that, because if you do that, you need to make sure that you're very diligent about checking into Classroom to find all of your stuff, okay? But if you're just like, you know what, I don't check my email for that stuff, I'd rather go to Classroom and check it, you may want to shut it all off. Now, if you want to get more specific, there's some things like the comments. So you could turn off when other people comment on your post, or if someone, this one that says comments that mention you, that would be, if you have this on, let's say I turn this one off and this one off but leave this one on, the only time you get an email is if somebody tags you in a comment or mentions you, and I'll show you how to do that in just a moment here. You can also change down here, these are not comments about, or notifications about comments. These are other things like when your teacher posts an assignment, when your teacher returns your work to you. That kind of stuff are some other things that you could get emails about if you want, and you can turn them off. My personal recommendation would probably be to shut off some of these comment ones, but leave these down here and turned on, because that is important. You want to see when you're getting new work assigned and that sort of stuff. You also have the option of turning off specific classes. So if there's one class that if you're trying to focus on certain ones right now and you want to shut off some of the other classes, you can do that. You can say, I only want to get comments, or I only want to get emails from these two classes. So those are all things that you get to choose when you get those emails, and how many of them that you get. Okay, so that's how you change all of your notifications. Now, the thing I mentioned about mentioning somebody with the comments, here's how you do that. I'm going to go into a class, and we'll just go down to any assignment here. What you do is, when you want to mention somebody, and I would advise, do this. This is a really smart thing to do if you're wanting to ask your teacher a question, because believe it or not, you think you get tons of emails from Classroom. We get lots, okay? And so some of us teachers might be turning off some of our notifications to where we don't get an email every time somebody comments. We just get an email when someone mentions us, especially in a class that's got a lot of teachers in it. And so what you can do is, let's say that I'm pretending to be Taylor right now, but I want to tag Mr. Willis, me, in a comment. I have two ways to do it. I can either push the @ symbol, so like the little A, or I can do the plus symbol. And then after I make that little symbol, I'm going to type like the first couple letters of my last name. And do you see how it's starting to kind of fill in with my last name there? I get a couple more so we get it down just to the Willises. All I've got to do then is click on that name, and now I am tagged in that one. And so you can tag any of your teachers that way, just doing the plus sign or the @ sign, and then you type their name in afterward. Okay, hopefully all that helps. As always, you see my little email right here. That tag is my email, willis.walker@gcmsk12.org. Please contact me there or through Remind with any questions that you may have. I'm here to help.